Welcome to Oahu Surf Films. Are you thinking about taking your brand new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6KPro underwater? Well, first, you'll want to watch this video. So first I want to do a side-by-side comparison of the 6K and the 6KPro. The adapter plate you see on top of the 6K is the T5 holder for when placing the actual Pocket 6K inside of the Saltysurfs housing. This adapter also acts as a giant shim, so it keeps the top of the camera in place from banging against the ceiling of the housing. So I'll go ahead and flip it to the side so you guys can see a side view. And then here is a rear screen view. And then we got a battery grip view. And I'll also do a top view. And then something I find really helpful on the bottom of the camera is they actually gave us, instead of 1, 2 quarter threads. So that's very helpful, especially when working with the type of stuff that I do. So I'll go ahead and place it forward and we'll get into power options. So for those of you that are aware, here is the Powerbase Edge V-mount battery that works with the original 6K and 4K. This battery right here is mandatory when using your 6K or 4K inside of the Saltysurfs housing. This battery is about 49 watt hours. With 49 watt hours, that'll give you about 3 hours of battery life, which is perfect for me and shooting in the water. Other guys I'm not so sure about, but there's only been like one instance where I had to swim in and do a battery change. To the side, you have your adapter where your dummy battery plugs into. And on the other side, you have your 2 D-taps, and you have 2 5-volt USB adapter plugs. And then to the rear, you have a little LED readout, which gives you, it's backlit, and it tells you how much battery life is left. So there you can see it right there. And then on the top, you have your top plate, which actually holds the camera to the V-mount battery itself. And with the push of this button, you can go ahead and dislodge like so. Okay, don't cooperate with me. And voila. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to use your old Powerbase Edge power solution on your new 6KPro. So we'll go ahead and place it to the side. And first things first, when mounting your adapter, you want to make sure the wide flange, this side, is facing the rear of the camera. So, also, there's 2 threads. So you have 2 different options. For me, I use the forwardmost thread closest to the lens itself because that's where the Powerbase Edge sits nice and flush. So I'll go ahead and connect that, and then I'll give you guys a quick look at what it looks like once it's connected. As you can see, it's nice and flush. So, top view, side view. Next, you're going to go ahead and take your V-mount battery, Powerbase Edge, and connect it. And it only goes in one way with a quick snap. And voila! Your old Powerbase Edge battery works perfectly with the brand new 6KPro. So here's a side-by-side view. Rear view, you still got access to your side view and forward view. Now the biggest problem with using this new camera with the V-mount battery is, guess what? They switched batteries on us. So at the moment, there is no power option to plug in a dummy battery into the V-mount. So here's my solution. I ordered a D-tap adapter with Blackmagic power connector at the end from Amazon. And you can go ahead and plug it right into your D-tap. And you want to go ahead and disconnect the battery door, being a little difficult, and make sure everything's lined up and connect it, and voila. Instead of investing in the battery grip for the 6K, if you already invested in several Powerbase's Edge, you can go ahead and reuse your and voila, there you go. Instead of investing in the new battery grip, if you're like me and you already own several V-mount batteries for the Powerbase Edge, you can go ahead and reuse your Powerbase Edge with your brand new 6K Pro. Now with this new camera, I'm not so sure how much battery life you're gonna get, because they increase things like the brightness on the monitor. So with that being said, this new body is gonna consume more power. But with the old 6K Pro at 100% brightness, I was getting about 3 hours of battery life in the water. So I imagine if I should use 1500 nits, you know, handheld, it should be the same thing. So here's another problem. This package will not fit in this housing. So I'll let you take a look, and as you can see, it is too wide. So I'm hoping that there'll be some type of solution to where we could possibly still use just the base itself and plug it into the housing. If that can't happen, then I'm more than willing to invest in a brand new housing so I can take my 6K Pro underwater. 2 reasons. I really like the increased brightness on the screen. It's super helpful underwater. And also, I really like having the electronic ND filters. So, with the new placement of the ND filters, all your buttons are going to be different, trying to use the back plate. So, I'm hoping that somehow Saltysurfs can come up with a solution to where we could keep this same housing and use this bigger package inside of the old housing. If not, then I'd be more than willing to invest in a second housing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to Wahoo Surf Films. Ramon, peace out. Have a great day.